This card is using a really fun diorama kind of technique. So let me show you how it comes together. If you're watching this video as part of the Boys to Men class, you will have received a kit that looks like this. So I'm going to pull out the pieces to show you what's included. There you go. So I've already pre-cut for you the diorama piece, and we have a bit for your greeting and your trees, and then your card front and card base. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. So first of all, you're going to take your die cut trees, and Mossy Meadow is the coordinating color. And we're going to ink up the double set of trees and line that up with your die piece. And then pull that off. And then do the same with the single tree. Just like that. So now we can set those aside. And the next part is we want to create the background. So that's using these exact same stamps, but this time we're sort of layering the colors. Oh, look at that. I've already got fingerprints on it. Good thing there's two sides. Okay, we're going to ink up the double trees, and we're going to stamp it full strength. And then I'm going to stamp off to make it not as strong. So we call that half strength. The reason I'm stamping off onto scrap paper before, instead of just stamping and stamping, is wherever the line is of the edge of the card front, you're going to catch that on your stamp if you just keep repeatedly stamping. So you want to kind of give it a chance to recover. So just to kind of show you what I mean, if I stamp and then I stamp again, see how it gives you that line in the middle? Yeah, we're trying to avoid that. So I can also take the single stamp and sort of fill in as well in the background. And because I have something covering that in the diorama, we're not too concerned about a floating tree. And then one over here. Great. So the next part is we're going to flip over our diorama piece, and we're going to add our tree pieces to it. So I'm just using a little bit of snail, and I'm going to layer one here like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side with our single tree. So I like to now line it up to make sure that we've kind of got things where we want it to. So see, I'd like to see a little bit more behind those guys. So I'm going to take this and add a little bit more. So again, I'm just going to stamp off and then add some up here. That will matter. We can kind of fill that in just like that. Oh, yes. Okay, same with over here. We're going to add a nice strong one, just like that. Fun. Okay, so now we're going to use my favorite little bird stamp that comes from the Mountain Air stamp set, this little guy, and we're going to use Memento to add a few birds in the background, like that. So next is where we're going to use the diorama part of it. So this is where you can grab your dimensionals. And I like to use the dimensionals to help keep my trees in place that I've put on the back here. So I'm going to stick one here and then one here, and then kind of do the four corners. So this is the part that's fun. You get to peel off all the little bits. So before you stick it on, you want to start with your card base. So we're going to fold our card base in half. And you're going to use your snail adhesive. And you're going to layer this onto your card front. So just spacing it evenly around the edges, just like that. The next part you're going to do is you're going to add your ribbon, and you don't really want the ribbon showing, so we're just going to layer it along the bottom like that. And I'll show you how we're going to tie it in a minute, but this just makes it a little easier to assemble. Now you're going to layer this so that it's spaced evenly around the outside of the card, and this is where you can press all your dimensionals down. Now our ribbon, we're going to tie it into a knot, just like so. And then finally, with our ribbon tying, you're just gonna cut off the excess. I don't really have great ribbon scissors in front of me at the moment. Okay, so to finish it off, we're going to stamp the birthday greeting. Just like that. So if you have the punch, you can punch it out at this point. Or if you want, you can just go ahead and snip off the excess. I'm gonna grab my punch. So this is the punch I'm talking about. So now we'll line up happy birthday. I love how this fits so perfectly in there. Punch it out. And now we can use dimensionals to put that into place.